Now, some of the things that I heard here, and coming from United States where I lived for the last 10 years, I just came back to Romania 9 months ago, back to my roots. That's what I'm talking about, roots, identity, and globalization. There is one thing. I've been composing music for movies in the last 5 years, and I don't know how many of you have seen lately the last of the third sequel of the movie Born Identity, Born Supremacy. Yeah. Has anybody seen it? Yeah. Okay. In that movie, the director and the producer, Doug Liman, he takes the people, the viewer, through a world journey. People that they are not aware with Moroccan culture, they see the Moroccan culture through this guy's idea or vision, and all of a sudden they fell in love with it. Because Doug Liman has he doesn't accept to film anything in a fake studio, so he goes to the real place and he films where the location it is. From Morocco they go to Madrid, and from Madrid they go to France, and in every place they film what is exactly real. So my question came when I was asked to come here: how come sometimes, and most of the times, when culture is presented into like Chris said it yesterday, from what I understood, or this morning, when it's presented in a popular media, everybody accepts it. When it's presented on the other way, in the almost educational way, nobody wants to accept it because they become bored, or they are scared, or they don't like it, or they don't have enough time. So my main point is that I really believe that the way the entertainment business grew in the last years, and he gave us some very good ideas before, Alberto, is that every time you have a new band coming out with any type of music, even world music, they would ask you, I just brought this new band, Damian and Brothers Philharmonica Romanis, the Philharmonic of the Gypsies. Everybody's asking us when we send a package or something to someone, do you have records? How many records you sold? How famous you are? What have you done before? Before even they listen to the music or they see something. So how can you get an opportunity to show your art when people, they are so closed? And I'm not talking about the record companies, the director of festivals. I'm talking about even people among us, that they have the same attitude. They rather prefer to book someone which they know. And also those people, they became popular because of also some type of popular image. We have a very good example from my country. I don't know if you are familiar with Taraf of Haiduci. Are you familiar? Taraf of Haiduci is a very famous gypsy band that it became famous because of Johnny Depp. He really likes them, and everywhere he goes, he says he's in love with them. So again, going back to the popular media, that's the way to promote the culture. Now, in my experience, before I went to the States, I played for 5 years in every world music festival in Europe. There was a time where every young kid, that it seemed a bit to be more weird, if I can say this word. It was a trend almost to like to learn didgeridoo, panpipes, Romanian cymbalum, tabla, if you are familiar with those instruments. Most of those kids, they are out of the kids that they listen to Britney Spears or U2 or something else. And also they are, in a way, segregated from their community too. And every time they try to bring some of their friends to listen to one of those festivals, or to listen to some world music, or to listen to culture like we're talking about here, people, they think that they are weird. Now, there are a lot of, mostly, those kids, they were 10 years ago, 17, now they are 27. The same kids or the same people, they became some type of festival director, or they are really well included in the scene of the European culture. If we could educate, somebody said earlier morning, I don't remember, I think my Greek friend, she said that we could actually, we need to educate the young generation in order to keep this tradition alive. Because if we educate only most of our music nowadays, or our culture, when you talk about world music, or when you talk about any type of thing that has to do with roots and origins, it has to go into an area that is between 28, 30 to 50. And nobody thinks about 30 and below, because they think, oh, that's the mainstream population which they listen to Britney Spears or to someone else. If we could educate the same people, like in some of our concerts and in some other places where we have been in festivals, the young people, they like the same things like the older generation likes. So the best thing, I think, is to teach the young people what other ethnicities has. So my opinion would be that we would have to include a type of a program, a special program in schools to let every child into the European community know what Swedish folk music means, or what Turkish music means, or what Romanian gypsy music means, or Spanish flamenco means. I'm talking about music, but now I'm talking about any type of European culture. And regarding the year of intercultural dialogue, to me it seems more that we would benefit all of us more if it will be a year of intercultural exchange rather than dialogue. What do I mean by that? I don't know how to do it, or it's just it's in my vision as an artist. You know, artists always, we have visions that goes over the sky. In my vision, I think we could find a type of exchange program that different groups would go to different countries, not only through festivals or being booked by a special organization. We could have such an exchange program that the Romanian gypsy band or a theater dance company or a theater company could go to Greece for 3 weeks and perform in Athens, and the same thing could happen to a Greek company in Bucharest, or the same thing to Spain, and just have an exchange program where people, they get the opportunity to show their artistic qualities. That's my personal opinion. Now, at the end, I just have one thing that I want to tell you. In the Roma community where I come from, about 5 days ago, I went to a small village where people, they are very simple. And I just asked them very simply, I'm like, I didn't even know how to put it in their own language to understand me. I'm like, what do you think about culture, or about the year of intercultural dialogue? And it all seemed to them like it was some type of a different language. But all of them, they said one thing, which it was really amazing. I'm like, we like it, but are they going to like us? So just think about this thing. That's a very important thing, because they didn't know if we're going to like them or if you're going to like us. That's the most important. And it's my strong belief that in the enlarged European Union, the concept of unity in diversity is more important than ever. So diversity gives us strength to our union, and this is one of the reasons we should prove its relevance by ensuring the 4 rights: representation, recognition, and respect. Now, one of the things that Gabriela said before, it's respect to our human rights. I did a kind of, how shall I say it, about a year ago. We tried to do something with some of my friends before I started this band. And some different friends, I have friends all over Europe. They went dressed, one as a gypsy, one with a suit, and they asked different people in the street. It was just like a test. They asked different people, would you say yes or no? They didn't ask them anything else, just yes or no. And most of the people, when they would see a guy dressed really nicely, they would say yes. And when they saw a friend of mine who wasn't gypsy, he's a British guy who lives in London, and he just dressed, he left a mustache, and he just dressed like a gypsy. And he said, you say yes or no? No, 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 no. But they didn't know what they were saying no to. So that things, it implies that if you don't have respect for that culture, how can you accept that culture? I don't think I have anything else more to say. I wish that this meeting is going to be fruitful, and we're going to see some results. Thank you so much.